Hello, I'm Todd Cotta. Welcome to Reviews It. And, well, we've got a special day today. This is a very, very special release. This is exclusive. This is the first one out there, and we hope that you get a chance to watch this video because there's a lot of surprises for California. And what are those surprises?
We're getting some new guns. We're finally, after
9 years later.
after a long stretch of not having anything new, we are getting some new and exciting stuff.
Yeah, it still has some of the restrictions,
Yes.
like the loaded chamber indicator and the magazine disconnect.
Yes.
Which are, in my opinion, I could care less about the loaded chamber indicator. Yes or no, doesn't matter. Fine, it's a feature on a gun. But the magazine disconnect makes a gun dangerous because now if you want to dry practice with a gun, you got to put a magazine in it.
Yeah.
And that is unfortunate because that makes the gun more dangerous now because there's a chance there could be a round in that magazine.
Yes.
It happens all the time, and we really don't want to belabor that point. But because of the Bruin decision, and because of the lawsuits going to the Ninth Circuit and now the Supreme Court, California has taken away the microstamping requirement that Kamala Harris signed in 2014. The last micro gun we got on the roster was the M&P Shield.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for 9 years now, the M&P Shield and the SIG 365, the P238, have been the standard bearers for the small gun market
Yes.
in California because that's all we had.
Yep.
So people are carrying Glock 19s, Glock 26s, they're carrying 3-inch Springfield XDs, and it looks like all that's going to change.
Yep.
I mean, change fast. Let's start going over the roster real quick.
Well, before we do that, I think it's a good thing to let people know all the hard work that is getting this. This is CRPA and organizations like that are pushing for this kind of thing to happen. So people think that nothing's happening, no, why be part of things? They are pushing for this stuff. They are organizations like that are helping to get us this stuff. So.
And one of my big problems is taxpayers pay for these laws against themselves because
Exactly.
they pay for the politicians that sign these laws. And now the taxpayer has to pay for the fighting of these laws that the people they paid made.
And they're unjust
ridiculous.
laws. It's so frustrating.
If a cop or if a person violates somebody's constitutional rights, civil rights,
They're held liable.
they're held liable and they go to jail or they get fined.
Yes.
Right? But a politician can take away our rights and nothing is done, even though in the federal code it is against the law to restrict the rights of the people.
And they pin it, they just sign it away, and now we have to spend the next several years jumping through hoops and spending money to make it right, which is ridiculous.
So tell me what happened yesterday about how you found out about this and your brother-in-law.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law, he stays up to date on everything gun related. I find him to be very useful. He's very helpful. Thanks, Chris. He started sending me texts, hey, some guns came on the recently added list. So if you go to Department of Justice, they actually have a section where you can look up recently added firearms. So he sent me the link. At the time he sent me the link, I believe there was three. That was on there. Three.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 or 4. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. It was, I believe it was the CTF manufacturing.
Well, hold on. We're going to get to that. But we know there was 3 or 4 that were there early in the day.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, it was 10 by the end of the day, pretty much.
Actually, it's
These here, but we'll talk about these
Yeah.
too. We'll talk about these too. So it doesn't go back too far when it comes to the new released guns. It only comes for about the month or a few weeks after they're new released.
Yeah.
We know that Ruger came out with the Max 9 and the Mark IV.
Mm-hmm.
SIG came out last month with the 320 M18.
Yep.
And what other guns came out last month?
Actually, last month it was, well, not last month.
There was another one. Wasn't there a third one that came out last month? I know that was the Mark IV, the Max 9, and the M18. Those for sure. Oh, the 22 LC, the LC22.
The LCP2.
LCP222.
Yeah.
So those are, and the Ruger SR22.
Yes.
So those are the 5 guns that came out a month ago.
Yeah. Roughly
And-
a month and a half.
Month and a half ago. And then in November, we're going to go down the November release of guns right now. And we won't include that bolt action pistol.
Yeah.
That's just no. And that's what it looks like. Just know that it is it's a play on the Franklin Armory one from Bell. and it's supposed to drop off the roster by January 1st anyway. It's stupid. I don't know why they did it, but they're trying to get into a market. But anybody that wants to carry a bolt action pistol is
AR pistol,
yeah, AR pistols. No, not going to work. So let's just start with the top of the list, and we'll head down all the way down to the one that we're sitting right here.
Yeah.
And we'll start at the very top of the list.
So we have Colt. Yesterday, Colt model Anaconda 44 mag. That's a 4.25-inch barrel revolver. Was added yesterday.
So I looked at that one, and they do have a Colt 6 and a Colt 8 Anaconda. This is the 4.25-inch one, so it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
But it's a big old 44 mag, and it takes a very special person to want that gun.
I wouldn't mind having one. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you just have a good strong wrist when you're shooting that one.
Next, we have a Smith & Wesson M&P 9 M2.0 compact.
That's the 4-inch compact, not the 3.5, but the 4-inch compact. I guess the subcompact would be the 3.5.
Yeah.
But just know this would be a direct competitor with the XD.
Yep. I'm actually pretty excited for myself for it. I'm not a big Smith fan of what we currently have in California, but I have actually shot some of these newer Smiths. Pretty nice guns.
Yeah. So the Smith & Wesson actually has 2 coming out. We're going to talk about that one right now. Just get over with. So it's the 4 and the 4.5 inch. Now my thing was, if it comes with the enhanced trigger that comes in the metal series, great gun. If it comes with the moon-shaped one, I'll show you the difference right now on screen.
You said 4 and 4.5. It's actually 4 and a 3.1.
4. Oh, 3.1. No. That's the Shield Plus. I'm talking about this one right here.
Oh, okay.
So 4 and 4.25.
Okay.
So there's 2 of them coming out right now, a 4-inch and a 4.25. If they come out with the enhanced trigger from the metal series or then it's going to be a great gun for a good range gun or a home protection gun.
Yes.
Fantastic gun.
Yes.
But if it comes with a half moon trigger, the crescent moon trigger
that we're used
that's
to,
breakable, I cannot stand that trigger. I've seen both, and it looks like it's going to come with the flat enhanced trigger. If it does, now all of a sudden M&P has a contender.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah, that would be one that I would be definitely interested in.
Yeah. Staying on Smith & Wesson, what's the next one?
The M&P 9 Shield Plus. So this is going to be a 3.1-inch barrel. So this is going to be another competitor for the carry compact arena.
So we are discontinuing our stock of regular Shield 1.0s, and we are going to be going straight to the 3.1 Shield Plus, which is basically the 2.0 Shield.
Yeah.
And I carry one of those right now. It's so much better than the original Shield, and we have one coming to California right now. Haven't released them yet. Looks like they have released the compact and the carry, or the compact and the 4.25-inch Smith & Wessons now, but they have not released the Shield Plus yet in 9mm.
Hey, it should be here soon though.
Okay, here's an exciting one.
Kimber. Kimber's got another one on the roster, and before people get excited, oh, hopefully it's a Micro 9. It's not.
It's not.
But it's the Kimber K6 XS carry. XS stands for extra small. So it's going to be in 38 special instead of their standard 357.
It has a lot of the great features of the K6.
And I believe the six round, right? Because that's one of their key things is their 6-rounders.
I have the. I'll put up the sheet right now on the screen, and you'll see what it is.
I'm almost positive.
But yeah, it's got that bead blasted, polished look on the cylinder, and then it's got the frame is kind of a soft metal look. It's pretty nice.
I own a couple of those Kimber K6Ss, and I got to say they are a very nice gun. Yes, it's a little on the pricey end.
These are actually more affordable.
This one right here,
600s.
Yeah. This one is actually getting into the airweight area right there.
Under $700 for a Kimber K6. That's amazing.
I think that was one of the things that was holding them back from really breaking into that market is their high price tag. But this one coming in at that lower price, it's going to be a competitor.
Now we're going to skip over one right now. We're going to go down to this one right here. I own a XDM 4.5 Bitone 40. Had it for many years, like 12 years. A great gun. But now they have the XDM from Springfield Elite coming out. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me when I hear next year they're going to be bringing the Echelon to California
That's
market.
a rumor. That's a rumor. We're not officially saying that. Rumor has it, it's supposed to be coming sometime next year.
Yeah, and with the microstamping law that was passed this year, it won't go into effect for another 4 or 5 years. So maybe we would get that one regardless. But they do have the XDM Elite from Springfield Armory coming out.
You know, I got to agree with you. I'm a little confused as to why they decided to push this one.
A 10-year-old gun to California when they could have turned around and just did the Echelon in its place, because the Echelon is
blowing up. Just blowing up. Fantastic.
But when you
firearm.
talk about the quality of the gun, the trigger, the
frame, everything,
it's better on the Echelon than on any other XD.
Yeah, I'm really perplexed on that. I mean, why push the XDM Elite? Maybe one of their other newer guns. I just
don't see people running in California out to buy an XDM Elite when they have the next gun available to them.
You know, and for the trouble and hassle that they had to go through to get it pushed through for California's roster, I
don't think they're going to see a return.
I don't know, but you know what? Hey, it's a new gun. Thank you, Springfield, for looking out for us here in California.
Answer me this. How many of our California customers have come in and said, hey, is that XDM Elite 4.5 on the roster? How many times have you heard that in the history of the store?
I got to say, the XDMs, the XDEs, the XDSs, those are kind of older technology. You know, back when they came out, they were the hot ticket. That's what everyone wanted.
Yeah.
I have not, in the almost 5 years that I've been here now, heard of someone coming in and making a special order
just for that
one of those guns.
Yeah.
Because the 43, 43Xs, 48s, and other guns started coming out, and now they just kind of fell by the wayside. Again, no offense, Springfield, we love you, but just don't know really what the purpose was.
I wish they had put their efforts towards making that Echelon California Elite. If they had made that Echelon California legal off the gates instead of this XDM Elite,
oh my goodness.
Holy crap.
We can't even keep the Echelons in stock now for our law enforcement people.
No.
Like literally, we got some in this week and they didn't even last the day.
Yeah.
So I could only imagine what it would do if we got those on for everybody.
Now, all these guns have been really nice. You know, the full-size M&Ps, you know, the 4.5 and 4.25 and 4-inch barrels, and the Shield Plus is a great gun. I can't wait to see if we start selling those more. People come back in and upgrade their shields. But the next two guns we're going to talk about, the next two guns we're going to talk about will change the market in California. 3-inch Springfield Hellcat.
Man, oh man. We've had people coming in and just fawning over that gun, wishing they could. Going to our law enforcement only rack and looking at it and drooling, and I wish I could sell it to them, but we can't. But now we're going to have one.
Yep.
See, I'm very excited for that. And I know a lot of people are too. We're going to be getting calls all day today.
You know what's going to be interesting is the next gun. So these two guns we're going to talk about right now, the Hellcat and SIG just released on the 2nd of this month, this gun right here. This is the SIG 365 CA, California. Right there. It is in the market. It is here. And the other day we got two in. The two customers that were standing in the store, random customers, bought them.
Yeah.
They were sold in less than 30 minutes.
Yep.
Because they just happened to be here in the store when I brought the box out, and both of them said, done.
Yep.
They're a little more expensive. They're just about $800 for this little guy right here.
Yeah.
I guarantee the Hellcat's going to be a couple hundred less, or 100 and so less.
Well, I don't know if it'll be 100. Usually speaking, Springfield will go about $50 to $75 cheaper than, the SIG.
Sig Sauer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sig Sauer 365 is shipping right now. We're expecting in about 30 days the Hellcat to start shipping. My people at my sources are going to be shipping me these guns as soon as they get them. I do not have these big contracts with the manufacturers because we're a single store. But yeah, I believe that of this entire list, I would love to do a little chart on see which one sells faster, the Hellcat or the 365.
You know what?
That's going to sell. That's going to blow the doors off the store.
I'll be honest with you. I think it's just going to be whichever we get in first. I mean, whatever we get the most of, it's going to sell. These are new hot guns that everyone has been wanting. And even people that are wanting say the Springfield.
Yep.
they're not going to care. They're going to jump on this 365 because it's something new. We haven't had nothing.
If I ordered 20 Hellcats and they came in today, and 20 365s came in today, this is Friday right now, by Sunday they would be gone.
Yeah, but I honestly, if that was like, given that scenario, 20 and 20 here today, doors open up, I think the Hellcats would probably go first.
Uh-huh.
I've had more people asking me for Hellcats than for 365s. But having said that, we are grateful for SIG for getting us something like this.
Oh boy,
it's
going to change the market.
It's been a long time since we've gotten something. So
of this entire list, there's some really good guns on there, but between the Hellcat and the 365, that's going to be the contenders for sales.
You know, I got to be honest with you, and being the fanboy that I am, people are going to be like, "What?" I'm excited to see these Smith & Wessons when they come out. If they got that good trigger, I'm probably going to be getting one.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do. Well, there you go, guys. The Anaconda, the M&P 2.0 4-inch, M&P 2.0 2.5-inch.
4.2.
4.25. The Shield Plus at 3.1 inches with the new trigger system in it. It's going to be fantastic. The Kimber Ultralight K6 XS, smaller 38 specials coming out with a 2-inch barrel. The XDM Elite, and then finally the Hellcat and the 365 from Springfield and Sig Sauer round out the list. There you go. We have a lot of things happening, a lot of wheels moving in California, and this is just the beginning of the guns coming back to California. We could be seeing dozens and dozens and dozens more guns in the next few weeks, because they're submitting them now, and they got the loaded chamber indicator, magazine disconnect. They can submit them for the roster. If you have any comment here, if you hear of something else coming out, we'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Let's get these numbers up so we can keep on bringing these videos to you. And hey, thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
You guys have an absolutely fantastic day.